Why do people want to know how to thread a serger? Because of these little babies down here. These are called the loopers. Loopers are pretty intimidating. They're these complex little sets of gears and hooks that like go all over the place. And they're pretty hard to thread. The first time you do it, it might take you a while, might take you a couple tries to get it right. But once you get it threaded, you're going to never unthread your serger. Now, so you say, well, I can't unthread it, but you know, you got black thread on there, and I want white thread. Not a problem. I'm going to show you how to change your thread without unthreading your serger. So I'm going to take the spools off. Sergers use these kind of spools because the thread has to pull really fast, and it uses a lot of thread. And if you use regular thread on it, like this, there's a little notch in the spool where the thread is hooked when they sell it. Let me see. You can't really see it, but you can see that it caught the thread. So if you pull the thread off this spool in this direction, it can catch on that and break it. To keep that from happening, sergers come with these little things. So if you want to use regular thread, you put it on, well, you put it on there, and then you put this little guard over it. And that little guard will keep your thread from catching. Can you see that? Let me go in. Okay. Okay. Wow. This little guard. See that little guard right there? Will keep the thread from catching on that little notch and breaking. Okay? So if you use regular thread, be sure you put the little guards on. Now back to threading a serger. Okay, so we decided we want to have white thread and not black thread. So I took my spool off and I'm going to cut the thread. Now I'm going to take my white thread, I'm going to put it on the little peg there, and I'm just going to tie these threads together. Normally I tie them in double knots. I'm going to save time and pray that they don't come untied by just doing singles. Take the time and do double knots. Okay, here's the next one. I'm going to take it off the spindle there, slice it, and I'm going to tie this thread to this one. And hope it doesn't come off. Okay, and the last one. This is the needle thread. And I'm going to snip it off. Put white in there. And there's my knot. Let's see. Okay. So I've cut the threads off and tied them to the white. Now I'm just going to let it run. Is it in the right spot? Yeah. I don't know, is this like worse or better? I don't know. I don't quite have it in the picture. Yeah, I think it's a little better without it. Okay, so now I'm gonna open this up so you can maybe see what's going on in there. I'm just gonna let it run And see the white one comes, I don't know if you can see it, the white, there's the knot for the, between the white and the black. They're going to work their way through all those loopers. The only one you have to manually thread is the needle. And the needle knot just got to the needle. The needle, the knot won't pull through the needle, but it will pull through the loopers, so you don't have to thread the loopers. So I'm going to have to manually thread the needle. But that's the only part you have to thread on a serger. And it's just like threading a needle, of course, on a sewing machine. And I'm usually pretty good at it. And let's see if I can get it done for you. A lot of people lick thread before they thread a needle. This is beeswax. Get yourself a hunk of beeswax. You can get it at the fabric store. You can also run this on the bottom of drawers to keep them from sticking. It's great stuff. And you just put your thread on it and pull it through. Do it a couple of times. It's like licking it, except it's beeswax. And it stiffens up your thread so you can get it through the needle. Now let's see if I can do this without a jump cut. Oh, cool. I got it the first time. Yay! Ooh. Okay, let me pull it through. Okay, so I got the thread through the needle. Now I'm just gonna, the chain here is going underneath the foot here. Let me go closer, see if you can see it. Now that, you know, the light is bad, but you need the light to thread things. So this chain is going underneath the foot, and I'm just going to make sure my needle thread goes under there also. So I'm going to put it down there, and then I'm going to run it some more. And look, look, look. I have a white chain instead of a black chain. I changed the thread. That's what you need to do. Never. So you got the lesson? Never unthread a serger. Okay, that's how you do it. I will show you how to thread a serger, but those loopers are just so tiny, they're really hard to get on camera. So I'm going to have to do that with some still shots. But that's the main lesson to learn. Got it? Okay.